Hey guys, it's your boy, Ballface8020, back again with another great commentary. So I don't watch Rehab Room, but he had a recent video, and Keira is in the thumb. So I clicked on it because I wanted to see if he was going to talk about her, and he did. The overall video is about just the idolization of white women, about like how I think particularly ethnic guys will just totally simp for just very mid white women. And this subject that gets discussed a lot. And but you don't even have to be in the black pill community to hear it. So the way it really is this: there's no question that a beautiful white woman is the peak of female beauty. Now, that's not to say, I don't think that a beautiful white woman is necessarily the peak of female sex appeal. I think like somebody like Taylor Swift is out of this world beautiful, but has no sex appeal whatsoever. So in terms of sex appeal, I think that, the races are pretty much equal. It's more a matter of taste. But in terms of just aesthetic beauty, there's no question that a beautiful white woman is the best. Where people really start to lose me is when they say that even a mid-white woman is very beautiful. No, that's not true. I admit that the mid-white woman is still idolized just by being white in a lot of places, or by a lot of men. Like, for instance, like ethnic men, particularly Indian men, like a mid-white woman to them is just awesome. But that's not an objective thing. That's just that's like a cultural, it's like a cultural thing that just makes it weird. It's just like JBW in reverse. It's like and a middle like a normal looking white guy is nothing special. But you take him to the Philippines and he's going to be, just because of the whole, even to China, where they've got plenty of good looking guys. It's just that that aesthetic is so idolized that even an average looking guy does pretty well. But the thing is, it's I think most of the guys who are saying that are ethnic themselves. And when you hear women in the West complain about it, women who aren't white complain about it, they're ethnic themselves. And so they're only really seeing it from the Western perspective, or I mean, the women in the West are only seeing it from the Western perspective, and the ethnic guys are only seeing it from the perspective of their group. Whereas, the truth is, if you go to, there really are a lot of white guys who even a mid-Asian girl is better for them than an attractive white girl. So they some guys just because that physiognomy is so fetishized to them. And you'll all even see it in the Nordic countries. And I'm not saying it's the norm, but in the Nordic countries, there are guys who, even a mid-black girl beats an attractive white girl to them. Because that physiognomy is just so fetishized or idolized by them. Now, with whites, it's different, obviously, because it's kind of like the global international standard, this global idealized standard. And like I said before, I agree that in turn, a beautiful white woman, there is no competition, for that. I mean, there are plenty of beautiful women of all races, but I don't see any non-white women who can compete in sheer beauty with, I mentioned Taylor Swift. She's from the Silver Age, who's really, really beautiful. Fuck, I can't believe I'm blanking on her name. She was, I don't know, but somebody I have somebody from modern times, like Keira Knightley. Again, not a ton of sex appeal, but just insane, out of this world beauty. Even 15 years ago, Kate Middleton, You know, they're like those are just like there's like real life Aphrodites. No, you don't really see them with ethnic women usually. But I mean, you don't see them with white women a lot either. And ultimately, it still doesn't change the fact that men at least really do want variety. They want so it's like just even a man who thinks that white women are like the best, the most beautiful. It's not like he only wants white women. He still wants the attractive women of other races too. But anyway, enough about that. So anyway, then he gets on to he's talking about like white women who like online who get a lot of attention just from being white women, and just get tons of simps like it. And then one of them he mentions is Keira, and the okay, the first thing that needs to be said is that Keira is not mid or anywhere close to it. Like, I'll admit that when I first saw Keira, I said a 6. But, as I've watched her more, I mean, she's not pretty. She's beautiful. She's beautiful in kind of an unusual way, a very Aquarius rising way. So she looks like, she's very otherworldly looking. She is a kind of an acquired taste, but she's beautiful. She's absolutely beautiful. And so that's the first thing. Then he says she gets all this attention, even though what she says is about as I think he said as insightful as a kitchen sponge. It's like, okay, yeah, that's true. I mean, usually I can't even understand what the hell she is saying. I mean, I've watched a lot of her stuff. I don't think she's ever said anything that I've found insightful. But to just to say that like, well, she's not saying anything, and people are just watching, because she's a white girl. It's no. That's oversimplification, I think, because Keira is, it's not always about what you say; it's how you say it. And like, would I watch or listen to Keira if she wasn't beautiful? No. But that's part of the whole package. The thing is, because like a lot of times when I listen to Keira, most of the times when I listen to Keira, I'm not even watching the screen. I just have it in the background while, I'm doing something else. And if that's just like part of her charisma, is knowing how, is the way she looks, even if you're not actually looking at her. But she's got like a really good, she's just, pleasant to listen to. And, so like, even though like, no, I agree. Nothing she says is insightful. Like, I usually can't even understand it. And, some people do seem to think that some of the stuff she says is interesting. I don't get it, but whatever. So yeah, but that like, so this idea that, and then so he says like, she does things like he says YouTube's really pushing her. Yeah, I think YouTube's pushing her because they've seen, like, I don't think that like there's people in the back office pushing her. I think she's just blown up, and the algorithm realizes that some people like this. He says she's got a very low audience retention rate. I mean, yeah, that's whatever, man. I mean, I came back, and and I'm not even like a big Keira fan, so I don't think that's relevant. I mean, I would need to see some other comparisons about that. Plus, the algorithm, when they're feeding you stuff that's not necessarily based on retention rate, the algorithm's based mostly on engagement and other shit. So I don't know if he's trying to say there's some conspiracy to push her. I don't think there is. I think the algorithm likes her because that's just how it picks it up. But the thing is, like, because I think, the algorithm is trying to push stuff that people click on. And I think that what she's probably got is a really high click rate. And yeah, probably she has a high click rate because of that pretty face. But, whatever, what's wrong with that? And, but yeah, no. So like, the thing is, it's fine if you don't like Keira's content, and there's nothing substantive about Keira's content. The thing is, and she is delusional about everything really, but about like, Rehab Room told her on talking about her just saying like, I'm so good at this. Like I've got, I've got a lot of great stuff to say and people like to hear it. like Keira is just like she's delusional. She's completely delusional. But but it's still like, no. So there is nothing special about her content, but I still think it's okay. Just because of the delivery, the total delivery. Even though in terms of substance, I'd agree with Rehab Room. But yeah, I mean, I think just another example of black pill orthodox taking things at too much at face value and not seeing the bigger picture. That's all for now. See you in the next.